Hey guys, welcome back to my next art book preview video. This week we have Carbon 5 by Mark Schultz. So this one is a paperback edition and this is a Flesk book. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so I mentioned that this is the paperback edition. I have seen online that some people with some of the older Carbon books, 1 to 4, had the hardcover editions. So I'm just going to assume that you can get a hardcover edition of this. I would have loved the option to buy a hardcover, but being in the UK, you're a bit more limited because Flesk is an American company. So if you are in the US, you'll probably realise that this book has actually been out for quite a long time. I'm only just getting around to showing it on camera now. I placed an order like 6 months ago here in the UK. Something got messed up and they had to wait for more stock, and yeah, it took forever to get hold of a copy. But I'm really excited that I finally got it. I actually ordered a few copies of it. It's not an expensive book at all. It's literally, if you're in the UK, it's literally about £15. I will put links and stuff like that in the description box below for those of you looking to buy the book. Anything you buy through the channel does of course help support the channel, so if you bought anything at all in the past using my links, please know that I really do appreciate it. So Mark Schultz reminds me very much of this sort of Frazetta style. I think that's a really good example, but probably with even more dinosaurs, which again, I'm a dinosaur fan, so I don't think that many artists do the best job when it comes to drawing dinosaurs. So when I saw Mark Schultz's work for the first time, when they released the Various Drawings book, which is this one here, this is a really thick book. It's hard to show on camera there. I do have a video on this one already, one of my most popular book review videos, so definitely check that out. Again, links below. So when I saw that, I had a look through online. I was really blown away by it, and I just instantly sort of fell in love with Mark's work. Before that, I didn't know much about him. Let me show this as well. It has a fold out throughout. I think there's 2 fold outs. I don't know if that's in each book, but in this one there's 2. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. The fold-outs that I have seen in the other books and this one do look very detailed, and like a lot of the Frank Cho books, which are also by Flesk, we seem to have like the carbon, or the graphite, the pencil work on the left, and then the inked version on the right. Now what I will say is I'm not actually that big on inking work in general. What I mean by that is I think a lot of pencil work is a lot nicer than inked work, so I think it loses a lot of that charm, whereas some artists like Mark Schultz, I think, actually managed to do such a good job with the inking stage that they maintain it all or even improve it. So that's another reason why I love him. I'm not familiar with these types of comics. Not the kind of thing I'm really into. I like more his realistic illustrations, or especially his pin-up work, if you want to call it that. The way he draws women, let's be honest, is incredibly good. This book is about 56 pages, by the way. And as the title suggested, this is volume 5 in the series. I have not managed to get my hands on any of the other ones. Again, been in the UK and that they've been out of print for a while. They're not so easy to get hold of. But yeah, we're going to see a lot of beautiful women, a lot of heroic characters, a lot of dinosaurs, creatures, very Frazetta. And 2 other honourable mentions that are related to this. If you do like this kind of stuff, we've got a Frank Cho book. Again, very much beautiful women, heroic characters, incredible inking and pencil work, especially in this one. I've got absolutely loads of his books and also lots of dinosaur work. And another one, also by Flesk again, is The Art of Arthur Adams. So again, this one is incredible when it comes to skillfully inked work. And also, as the cover suggests, we do have dinosaurs with Arthur Adams a little bit as well. Another one might be Bud Root, in terms of content, in terms of like dinosaurs and stuff, but his style is very different. It's a little bit more cartoony, less realistic than this. We've got another fold out here, so let's take a look. Okay, that's pretty cool. So being quite new to Mark's work, I would love to get my hands on some of the older books. I'd be curious to know in the comments below if any of you guys have any of his other art books. But being quite new to his work, I won't claim to know loads about him. I haven't read any of the comics or, seen them. I think it's called Xenozoic Tales. I think that's how you pronounce it. And there's another one, I think it's something Cadillacs. But again, don't quote me in case I'm getting any of the information wrong. But I do absolutely love the artwork. We're getting towards the end of the book here. They're only relatively small books in terms of like the page count. The actual book size or dimensions is pretty good though. And again, as mentioned, it's pretty cheap. So if you like this kind of stuff, no reason not to pick them up. I'm really hoping they do what they did with Various Drawings over at Flesk, where they combined 5 books into one big one that I showed earlier. Again, check that video out, it is amazing. I'd love it if they did that for the Carbon series as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful if you were thinking about buying the book. Aside from that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, it really helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching.